Though I am working through the mind, I am not the mind. I am not what you see me as. I am much more than what you perceive me as. I am present in your heart as you. And anytime you need me, you call me. I am the SOS service. I'll be right there with you. Take you out of your troubles and difficulties. You can always count on me. That wisdom, that humbleness, humility, is unparalleled. Sudama was one of the friends who studied with Krishna under a rishi called Sandipani. He was a student there. Krishna became a king and the Sudama was very poor man, didn't have anything at all. And once the wife of Sudama tells him, see, Krishna is your such close friend, dear friend, why don't you go and ask him some help? Sudama was a little shy, how can I ask a friend something? I don't feel like doing it. But when there was no other go, he goes. There is a custom in India that when you go to meet somebody, you don't go empty-handed. You take something with some gifts, that to a long, cherished friend, an old friend. So what he could take is nothing. His clothes are torn. He's so poor. And then in the home, he had just 3 handfuls full of rice puffs. What do you call rice puffs? Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies. So he packs them in a piece of cloth, just ties them in a piece of cloth, takes them to Krishna, and he enters that palace. It's a gorgeous palace, so beautifully decorated, eloquent things there. And Krishna was sitting on his throne, and there are so many gopis around, servants around. And the moment he sees Sudama, he rushes, comes down and brings him, washes his feet and offers his own seat. He puts him on the throne. Now of course all the gopis there, they felt jealous. We haven't seen Krishna treating anybody so much. But to this man who is so shabby, dirty clothes, putting him on his seat, on his throne. And then he says, what have you brought for me? Come on. Krishna is always mischievous. He make fun all the time. So he said, what have you brought? He knows that, but he was so shy. He was trying to hide his Rice Krispies. How I can offer this Rice Krispies? But then Krishna grabs hold of it and catches it, and then he goes on stuffing it in his mouth. And then the joy of meeting of the old friends is so much that Sudama even forgot to ask anything for what he came, and Krishna forgot to give him anything. They both forgot. Krishna neither offered him, look, your cloth is dirty. He didn't even see his clothes. He didn't even give him a nice pair of dress to wear and go back. When two souls meet in such deep friendship, they forget everything. Everything was forgotten. So he was puffing his rice puffs, 2 handfuls in his mouth, was rushing back. And Sudama also thanked him, and he also went. And it is said when Sudama comes back to his home, he finds his whole house is transformed. And he had all riches in his house. His wife was very happy. Somebody came with a lot of gifts. Without asking and without giving. So it said, from any angle you see, there is a totality, there is a uniqueness in Krishna's personality. And that is to indicate that you are like that. Your innermost self has all the qualities in it. Like a ray of sun has all the colors in it. Do you see like what I'm saying? Through a prism, what happens? All the colors get manifested. But the same ray of light only through black or blue glass or red glass reflect only that particular color. But through a prism, the rainbow comes out. You see what I'm saying? And Krishna was such a prism, so clear, so full of joy. It's wrong to say Krishna was. Krishna is, because it is an eternal presence that is never lost. Yeah?
Expressed as, in Christianity as the joy of Christ. And yet it seems like the joy of Krishna is somehow different than the joy of Christ, at least as Christ is portrayed after all these years. Is it the same phenomenon expressed in two different cultures, or is it somehow different?
See, there is no need to compare Krishna with Christ. Krishna is Krishna, Christ is Christ. Buddha is Buddha, they are unique in their own ways. And that was needed for that time, and that's what came up at that time.
Could you briefly give us the dates for all the saints you mentioned, with how Krishna and Christ in terms of historical order?
What is the date of Krishna?
And Buddha.
Yeah, of course you all know about Christ and Buddha. Krishna is 5096, it's easy to remember. The day Krishna passed away from the planet was 5096 years ago. Exactly 5096 years.
Guruji, can you explain me? At the age of 14, Krishna left. Why he did not remember Radha again? Why he did not come back to get Radha?
Why he did not come back? There was no need for him to come back, but he was already established in all their hearts. They always felt his presence. He had done his job. Yeah.
It seems that in our society that we're very much immersed in materialism, ego, competition. We're taught from a very early age to go for our dreams, never give up, just do it, this kind of stuff, advertising. And my question is in going for these dreams that we all have, whatever they may be, first of all, why do we have these dreams and visions and goals? And second, how are we to distinguish the difference between the higher self and the ego? And in other words, can you say something to help me let go of my ego?
Anger. Let go what? Waffles. Give highest priority to human values. Our greatest misconception is we think that our worldly life or success is antagonistic to our inner spiritual growth. You think you need to be very nasty in order to be successful, crooked in order to be powerful in the world. I tell you, it's not so. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what exactly Krishna's life indicates. He was a king. He ruled the country. If you have to be a king, you cannot talk on love or just be simple or happy. Kings are the most miserable people on the planet. Because in a